Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om
Bhagavate
Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
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 Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam
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 Namaskrityam
Namaskrityam
Namaskrityam.
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Narayana
Naranjaya Narottamam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim
Devin
Saraswatim
Saraswati
Vyasam
Saraswatam.
Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato
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 Jayamudire
Jayamudire.
Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Nashtapraya
Ashtaprayasvadreshu
Sudheshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam
Nityam
Bhagavate
Bhagavata
Vayam
Sevaya
Devaya.
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate
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 Uttamasloke
Uttamasloke.
Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavadirnaistiti
Bhaktim
Bhaktin
Bhagavate
Bhaktin
Bhavati
Bhavati
Naistiti
Naistiti.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya
Krishnaya
Vasudevaya
Naya
Vasudevaya
Devaki
Vasudevaya.
Nandanaya cha
Devaki
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 Nandanaya
Nandanaya
Nandanaya cha.
Nandagopakumaraya
Nanda
Nandagopakumaraya.
Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya
Govindaya
Daya
Namo
Namo.
Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 18, text number 45, 1:18:45. This is the continuation of the previous class that is related to Maharaja Parikshit cursed by the Brahmana boy. Okay. So let us go through the sloka. Please repeat behind me. Tadārya-dharmaḥ pravilīyate nṛṇāṁ
Tadārya-dharmaḥ
Pravilīyate
pravilīyate nṛṇāṁ.
varṇāśramācāra-yutas trayīmayaḥ
varṇāśramācāra-yutas
Varṇāśramācāra-yutas.
tato rtha-kāmābhiniveśitātmanāṁ
tato
Tato
rtha-kāmābhiniveśitātmanāṁ
rtha-kāmābhiniveśitātmanāṁ.
śunāṁ kapīnām iva varṇa-saṅkaraḥ
Sunam
Śunāṁ
kapīnām
kapīnām iva
varṇa-saṅkaraḥ.
varṇa-saṅkaraḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Tada,
Tada
Tada,
at that time,
at
at
that
that
time
time,
Arya,
Arya
Arya,
progressive civilization,
progressive
Progressive
civilization
Civilization
dharmaha,
Dharma
Dharma,
engagement,
engagement
engagement,
pravilīyate,
pravilīyate
pravilīyate,
is systematically vanquished,
is
is
systematically
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 vanquished.
vanquished.
vanished.
nṛṇāṁ
Nirnam
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 of mankind,
of
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 humankind.
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 varna,
Varna
Varna
Varna,
caste,
caste
caste
caste,
ashrama,
ashrama
Ashrama
ashrama,
orders of society,
orders of
Orders of
orders of
society
society
society,
acāra-yutaha,
Achara
achara,
Yuta
acharayutaha
composed in a good manner,
composed in
composed
good
composed
in
in
a
a
manner.
good
good
manner.
manner.
trayīmayaḥ,
Trayīmayaḥ,
Trayīmayaḥ
in terms of the Vedic injunction,
In
in
the
in
terms of
terms
terms
of
the
of the
Vedic
the Vedic
injunction.
injunction,
tataha,
tataha
Tataha
tataha,
thereafter,
thereafter.
thereafter,
thereafter,
artha,
Artha
artha,
artha
economic development,
economic
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 development.
development,
kama abhiniveśitate, shita,
kama
kama,
Mama
abhinivishita
Abhi
niveshita,
Nivishita
fully observed in sense gratification,
fully
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 absorbed
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 in
in
self
sense
gratification.
gratification.
atmanam,
Atmanam
Atmanam,
Atmanam
of men,
of
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 men.
men,
men.
sunam,
Sunam
Sunam
Sunam,
like dogs,
like
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 dogs.
dogs.
kapīnām,
Kapinam
Kapīnām
Kapīnām,
like monkeys,
like
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 monkeys.
monkeys.
iva,
Eva.
Va,
thus,
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 Thus
varṇa-saṅkaraḥ,
Varna-saṅkaraḥ
varṇa-saṅkaraḥ,
unwanted population.
unwanted
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 population.
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 Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnavadi Sri Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Sri
Lakshmi.
Yes.
Prabhupada.
Translation, please repeat behind me. At that time,
At that
At
time,
that time,
the people in general
the
the
people
The
in
people
people
in
in
general
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 will fall systematically
will fall
fall
systematically
systematically
from the path of a progressive civilization
from the path of a progressive
progressive
civilization
in respect to the
in
in
respect to the
respect to the
qualitative engagements
qualitative
qualitative
engagements
engagement
of the caste and the orders
of the
of the
caste
caste
and
and
the
of
orders
society
of
of
society
society
and the Vedic injunctions.
and the
and the
Vedic
Vedic
injunctions.
injunctions.
Thus,
Thus,
they will be more attracted
thus
They
they
will be
will be
more
more
attracted
to
attracted
economic development
to
economic
to
economic
economic
development
development
for sense gratification,
for
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 sense
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 gratification.
gratification.
and as a result,
And
And
as
as
and
a
as a
result,
result
there will be an unwanted
there
there
will
will
be
be an
an
unwanted
population
population
and the level of dogs and monkeys.
on the level of
on the
dogs.
level of dogs and monkeys.
Purport. It is foretold herein that in the absence of a monarchical regime, the general mass of people will be an unwanted population like dogs and monkeys. As the monkeys are too sexually inclined and dogs are shameless in sexual intercourse, the general mass of population born of illegitimate connection will systematically go stray from the Vedic way of good manners and qualitative engagements in the caste and orders of life. The Vedic way of life is the progressive march of the civilization of the Aryans. The Aryans are progressive in Vedic civilization. The Vedic civilization destination is to go back to Godhead, back to home, where there is no birth, no death, no old age, and no disease. The Vedas direct everyone not to remain in the darkness of a material world, but to go towards the light of the spiritual kingdom far beyond the material sky. The qualitative caste system and the orders of life are scientifically planned by the Lord and his representatives, the great rishis. The perfect way of life gives all sort of instruction in things both material and spiritual. The Vedic way of life does not allow any men to be like the monkeys and dogs. A degraded civilization of sense gratification and economic development is the byproduct of a godless or kingless government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The people should not, therefore, begrudge the poor administration they themselves elect. Hare Krishna. So, see, this is the when the initial stage of Kali was starting, there itself it is in Bhagavatam, it is foretold how the effect of Kali will be. And after this, Brahmana boy cursed the Maharaja Parishit, after the great king, Raja Rishi, if means without any justification, if he getting the punishment, so then what is the effect in the society? So this is Samika Rishi is foretold to his son. What is he saying that? So this whatever the Vedic civilization, it will fall systematically. Whatever the people who are all following the Vedic culture, it will fall systematically. And people will engage in the economic, they will attract with the economic development and sense gratification. So what is the result of that? It is going to be a unwanted population on the level of dogs and monkeys. So why they are mentioning dogs and monkeys? So Prabhupada is explaining, dog, it doesn't have any shameless. It is shamelessly, they will do that sexual intercourse in the roads only. And the monkeys, they are too much sexually inclined. So there's the reason it is compared with the dogs and monkeys. The population, unwanted population will be, it is in the level of dogs and monkeys, the common people. Like that, it is foretold in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So the current situation, if you see now only it is the Kaliva, total Kalivas is 432,000 years is going to be. Only 5,000 years only it is over now. 5,000 to around 5,250 years only over. So remaining around 27,000, sorry, 4,27,000 years are still remains. But now itself we are able to see how the degradation is happening in the society. If you see in all over the world, the degradation is in the name of women independent, women empowerment, they are exploiting the women. So as per the Vedic culture, as per the scientific way, so the men and women are both are created for a different purposes. So the body of the men and the body of the women, and but mentally and physically, both men and women are created in a different purposes. So when they become married, so the men task is to take care of the job, any of the work, cultivation means farming, cultivation and hunting, and they bring the food to house and they will feed wife and they will live the life for the self-realization, for God realization. So once they become old age, they will fully dedicate themselves from the self-realization, God realization, and they will leave the body and they will go back to God again. And the woman's role is only to take care of the children and take care of the husband and take care of the household activities. Because the body, mind and all fit for, it is created in that way only. Because if you see the women are mentally, they are very emotional. Yes, they should have the emotional, they should have the kind-hearted, they should be, they have the
Prabhu,
light-hearted.
your voice is
Then-
not
Are you able to hear me, Prabhu?
last 1 minute it was breaking.
Oh, okay. Is it now clear? Is it clear, Prabhu?
Yeah, somewhat okay, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. See, we are talking about the ideal way how the husband and wife, the male and female should be there in the society, how the Vedic culture was. So the Vedic culture was the men need to go out of the house, they will do the farming, they will do the hunting, they will do the business, and they will do any work. Then they will bring the household things to house, and women utilize their household things, and she will run the house, she will take care of the house, they will clean the house, she will prepare the food for the husband and children, and she will beget the children, he will take care of the children. So this is the way this role is there. And it is in the Vedic culture, it is specified that before marriage, the father has the responsibility to take care of the female child. After marriage, husband have the responsibility to take care of the women. And once they get the grown-up child, the child got married, then the father will leave the house and he will go for the vanaprastha life. So during that time, he will hand over the how need to take care of his wife. The responsibility will hand over to his son, his children, and this is the way the woman always will be protected by the male from the birth to death. But in the current situation, in the name of women in empowerment, the people are getting exploited by the corporate peoples. So if you see, before this independence and all, maybe before the British came into picture in India, we were in the path of following the Vedic culture. So the women, they may do some activities, but they will do the activities at home only. They won't go out of the home and go for any work. They will take care of their children. If they get any extra time, they will do some preparing the. Yes, in our village, we used to see. So whatever the natural things they are getting, they will do some covers, then some bags, and they will do some wool. They use the wool and they will prepare the sweaters. This kind of activities they used to do at home whenever they get their resting time. So the women's, their main responsibility is take care of the family. That is the way. But in the current situation, in the name of empowerment, and they are whatever women empowerment, what they are doing, the men and women are equal. That propaganda is happening. Because of that, the society is exploiting the women. The corporate, especially the corporates, exploiting the corporates and politicians, exploiting the women. And if there is a statistics in America, there are 750,000 every year. 750,000 female teen girls have become mother. So how when they are studying the school itself, they become a mother. 7.5 lakhs every year. 7.5 lakhs girls become mother. They are begetting child. 7.5 lakhs. So the same rate for the male also, because male and female, they together they begetting a child. The same rate the teen boys also become father less than when they become at the age of teenage, less than 20 years of age. So this is the degradation of the society. Yes, once the husband-wife relation should be go with the marital way. After marriage, you need to go in the Vedic way. The way our forefathers lived is the Vedic way, the simple life and simple living and high thinking. That is our Vedic way of life. So they won't more agitated with sense gratification or economic development. They will live simply whatever we are getting today, we will eat, and they won't look for a big house and big with palatable foods and all. Whatever they are getting, they will use to eat, and they used to live a simple life. And most of the time, they will spend time for the God relationship. So in the earlier days, maybe some 6 months, they used to go for the cultivation, the farming and all they will do. And the rest of the 6 months, it will be mostly it will be a raining season and all. So they won't go for that, and they will spend that time qualitatively. They spend the time for the self-realization and the God realization. They will read the scriptures and they will discuss the scriptures, and they will go for the pravachan. There's in the temple, whatever it is happening, they will go for that. Like that, they used to spend, and they are more inclined into the God realization path. That is the progressive civilization. That is called Aryans. But in the current society, they made Aryans. It's a kind of some kind of people. They came from out of India, some Afghanistan or some Germany, from outside of India. Somebody came through came to India, and they become Brahmanas. Like that, the people are making the propaganda, especially the politicians are making the propaganda. Who are all the Brahmanas? They are not the real Brahmanas. They are coming out. They came from other countries to India, and they took over the topmost position. So this is to make the people foolish, because this is not the right case. Because Aryans, what is the Aryan means? A civilized person is called. Then is called, the category is called Aryan. Aryan means who are in the progressive civilization. Progressive civilization is they will follow the Vedic system, and they will get married, and they will beget a children, not to get into the sense gratification, not in the economic development. They will more they won't have any interest in the economic development or sense gratification, just to lead a simple life, and they will spend more time on the God realization, and at the end of the life, they will go back to God again. This is the progressive civilization of life. These people are called Aryans. The people who are all not getting into the spiritual path, only they are the material way thinking, only economic development and sense gratification. Those people are like dogs and monkeys. They will be there in this country. And all over the world, it is happening. It is not only in our country. It is, but in our countries, the percentage is less compared to other countries. In America, it is said that 40% of the child is getting birth. Whatever we saw in the earlier, it is kind of 7.5 lakhs. It is a teen mothers at the age of less than 20 itself. They become mothers before getting marriage. And in the other statistics, it is saying that 40% of the 40% of the childbirth in a year in America, they are becoming the illegitimate child, illegitimate connection. That means illegal childs. They are called varṇa-saṅkarahs. It is not only here this Samika Rishi is telling. When Krishna and Arjuna, they were discussing in the war field, when the Bhagavad Gita discussion happening, that time itself, Arjuna raised these questions. When the war happened, if the war happened means it will kill all the male, then all the women will be unprotected. Then there is a chances they will be exploited by the other people. Then it will become there will be a unwanted people, so unwanted population in the society like a varṇa-saṅkaraḥ. So Arjuna also raised a similar question. So when the women not in the production, then it will be exploited. They will be exploited. That is the way it is. The system is designed. And in the America, it is said that 40% of the people, 40% of the child is taking birth. It is illegal connection. Because of the illegal connection, it is illegitimate connection. The child is getting birth. So it is now itself. It is in that way. So in the progressive way, how it will be. And also the one more statistics in the European countries, especially the Spain and Portugal, there and all, it is said that 94% of the marriage going into the divorce case. That means if 10 couple married, 9 couple go with a divorce. But that is the way the current statistics it is saying that. So it is the civilization, current people, they are saying that we are in the advanced civilization, we are going in the economically, we are developing, all those things we are in the advanced modern age. All those things people are speaking and propagating, but in the mentally and what is their level of maturity? It is like a dogs and cats only. So in the Vedic civilization, there is no divorce at all. Actually, divorce means there is no exact word for divorce. Actually, there is no kind of word also there in any language. If you see, there is no exact word for divorce. They made something word for divorce kind of, but there is no exact word divorce is there. Because when a person get married in the Vedic way, then the person should be there till the end of the life. They should be together, and they both together help each other, and the wife will be helping the husband to take care of these needs, and the husband will take care of the needs of the wife, and they will protect. The husband is to protect the wife, and they will progress in the bhakti, and at the end of the life, they will go to they will take the vanaprastha, and the husband will go to the next level of sannyasa, and they will leave this material world. But in the current society, the current statistics it is showing, it is very unfortunate to hear all those statistics. But one thing is, fortunately, the India is not that much getting into that wrong things. But by seeing this, the cultures, the American culture and the European culture, people also currently, and Indians also started into the progressive way of degrading life. So this is our responsibility in the society. We are also responsible for citizens. So this is our responsibility to give the proper knowledge to our children and our relatives, our dear and nears, to proper knowledge, ask them to come into understand the God realization path, self-realization path, so that they can understand what is the purpose of life, and they will work towards that. Otherwise, see, general mass of people, they are not aware why we born. Directly they will come out, they will see, okay, how can I economically, how can I develop, and how can I do my sense gratification. This is the general mentality of the people in this world. 99% of the people, this is the general mentality, the economic development and sense gratification. So it is our responsibility to take care of our children and give them the proper knowledge from the childhood itself. We need to bring them into the path of bhakti, so that they won't go into this kind of directions. Whatever we discussed, the kind of wrong direction they won't go, because there are so many exploitation is happening in the society, and those so many media, the mobile, laptop, and the society, everywhere. it is lot of chances are there to take the children can get into the wrong path, because it is so much attractive, because sense gratification and all, it is easily available and easily attracted in the society. It is easily available. So people, it is our duty to give them what is good and what is bad, so that they will be on the correct path, and we also be in the progressive way, the progressive civilization way, and we can bring them into the progressive civilization way. So first of all, we need to be exemplary way, so that they will see us and they will follow. We ourselves be in the economic development and sense gratification mode, then nobody can save our child. So at least for the child's sake and for our sake also, we need to understand that this economic development and sense gratification, it is temporary. Millions of birth we took, we did all those activities, but this is the great opportunity we got as a human being, and also in the Krishna consciousness, and we got to know about the Krishna consciousness. We are in the path of bhakti. So it is a very rare opportunity for us. So we should not miss this opportunity. So it is our responsibility to bring our child, bring our family into the bhakti and progress in that way, and get to know that, get out of this material world and get out of this birth and death. And Prabhupada is explaining that since we only, the degradation, last line, if you see, a degraded civilization of sense gratification and economic development is the byproduct of, these are the byproducts. The sense gratification and economic development are the byproduct of godless and kingless government. Why it is godless and kingless government? Because the government is selected by the people, by the people, for the people. So everybody, people only. So nobody is there to lead as a king. So if there is, king is a head of the society. Brahmana is the head of the society, it is called. And they will give the knowledge to the king. The king work is to take care of welfare activity and protect the people. If there is not a proper king, then not a proper person as a Brahmana and a proper king, then all are only the people only. People, this government of the people, by the people, for the people. So only people were there. So nobody is there to give the advice. Nobody is there to give the production. So the government, the people should not, should not say that, okay, the government is not good, they are not doing any welfare activities. We should not do that, because we ourselves only elected this government. So we don't have any rights to blame others, because it is our decisions. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. So the today's lesson is, it is our duty to be in the path of bhakti and bring our children. They should not get into the mode of economic development and sense gratification. Because economic development, it will be there, automatically it will come. We should not spend more time strive for that. Yes, we need to be there, okay, whatever we are getting, to be in this material world, to keep our body and soul, whatever we are getting, we need to be happy with that, and we need to spend more time to self-realization, God realization, to get out of this material world. That should be our goal of life. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.